Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to those who are subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, do the right thing and subscribe. Thank you so much for the likes, for the comments, for the subscribers. If you're new here, welcome. And I just want to say this video is about the disadvantages of bringing your child to Taiwan. And I just made a video before this one which was about the advantages. So if you want to see that video first, please head over to my page, click on my name and head over to my page, or check the description below. I will add the link of that video and check that video out. Okay, then you can come back and watch this video, and make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe. The disadvantages of bringing your child to Taiwan or abroad, but specifically to Taiwan, okay, but abroad in general, okay. So the disadvantage number one is that before I get to the disadvantages, I would say please have a plan. If you're planning on bringing your child to Taiwan, have a plan, okay. Things like, who's going to take care of your child? If your child is younger than 3 years old, who's going to take care of your child? What's the plan? Are you gonna find a daycare? You need to find these things before you come to Taiwan. Otherwise, you will struggle, okay? And you don't want to struggle by yourself, because you'll be frustrated and feel like, why did I bring my child here? Okay, so you need to have a plan. You need to think about, the finances, because you're gonna have to pay. If your child goes to daycare, you're gonna pay, okay? The nursery where children younger than 3 years old go, you're gonna have to pay a lot of money, okay? So you need to think about that, okay? Think about your finances. Think about who's gonna take care of my child. Should your child be sick, you need to think about you're gonna have to take a day off from work, okay? And stay with your child. If your child has a temperature, they will tell you you cannot bring your child to nursery, you cannot bring your child because there are other kids there. There's viruses everywhere. So think about that, okay? Like, just think about those things. It's a lot, okay, to think about. So think about that. Ask your agency, if you're using an agency, okay, I'm bringing my child. Is there a nursery around the place that I'm gonna go to? The place that you're planning to teach at, choose the place you're gonna choose. Think about those things. Please don't just wake up in the morning and say, I'm bringing my child, I'm going to Taiwan with my child. Have a plan. Otherwise, really, it's you're gonna be like, why did I do this? Okay. So this takes me to the first disadvantage. It's quite expensive, okay? To have your child here, it's quite expensive. I will say this again. Every time I think about, why do people here don't have children as much? According to the stats, it's like there are not many kids that are being born in Taiwan. And that's because really it's expensive. To have a child is really expensive. Kindergartens are expensive unless they are public. Nurseries are expensive, unless they're public, I think. It's just a lot. Really, it's a lot of things that you need to consider. You need to have insurance for your child, so you have to pay for that. But insurance is not so expensive, so that's not too bad, okay? So next thing is that finding a kindergarten. So let's say now your finances are in order. Now you need to find a kindergarten, okay? You don't mind paying like lots and lots of money, okay? You don't mind. Finding a kindergarten is a job and a half on its own, okay? So you are on waiting lists that take, like, you are number 20, whatever number, and it will take ages before you can even reach number 1, okay? Your child will turn 3 while you're waiting to be number 1, okay? And it's very difficult to get a kindergarten, okay? It's very difficult. Even it's expensive. There's a list. You have to wait, okay? So yeah, guys, like just think about that. Finding a kindergarten can be very difficult. So you need to have a plan, going back to what I said, okay? And another thing that is a disadvantage is that you will have to go everywhere with your child. She or he is your responsibility 24/7, okay? 24/7. So you need to think about that. Like, okay, if there's Bosafa fest, so you have to go with your child. You can't be like, okay, who's gonna go with who's gonna stay with my child and things like that. You need to think about that. So yeah, that's another thing. You have to constantly be with your child. Another disadvantage is that if you do plan on bringing your child here, your passport, it's only for 5 years, right? For your child, it's only for 5 years. So if your passport is for 5 years, right, after 5 years you need to apply for another passport, okay? And you need to take into consideration that the passport takes very long. When you're abroad, like in Taiwan, they take a very long time to apply. So it would take like close to like 8 months waiting for your passport. So you could not go home. You will be stuck here even if during the holidays or whatever. So you need to think about that, So yeah, that the passport situation, even with my daughter right now, we have to wait for a very long time for her passport to come back. In the meantime, we cannot leave the country, okay? With her, that is, we cannot leave the country with her. So that's another thing you need to take into consideration. And if you are married and you are bringing your child, your husband has to be there in order for you to apply for a passport. I'm sure married people, they know this. You cannot apply for your baby's passport without the father there. And also, if the father is in the birth certificate, if you're not married, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a challenge. So think about those things. Really, unless you have permission that you can move to Taiwan from the father of your child to move to Taiwan with your child. So think about those things. It's a lot of processes, a lot of things that you will need to take into consideration. I've said consideration many times. You need to take everything into consideration, okay? If you're gonna bring your child here. Me personally, I would say, do what is in your heart, what you feel. You are the only one who knows your situation, where you're staying. I think if you are unsure about bringing your child, I would say come here first, maybe like the first year to Taiwan, and judge things out, see, okay, where are the kindergartens, where's this, where's that, where's this for my child. And then once you see that, okay, everything I see where it is, I can take my child there, everything is gonna be okay, then you can bring your child. But without just saying you coming at the same time, it wouldn't be a good idea. Really, it wouldn't. Unless you know someone here who would help you, find information about all of those things prior to you coming here. So yeah, so please guys, comment down below and let me know, what right now is the hiring season. What are you planning on doing? Are you planning to bring your family? If you have questions, leave them below. I'll answer them to my best ability. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my video. I'm sorry for rambling if I was, but anyway, I really appreciate y'all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.